Our company, Sims Landscaping, was born out of passion. It wasn't because I wanted a job to be a landscaper. Oh, I think I'll be a landscaper. It was because I came here to landscape. You see, when I was a kid, I had Campbell soup cans. I put soil in them, I had some seeds, and from the moment I took my thumb and pressed down upon that seed, the light bulb went off, and I knew it was precisely and exactly what I was going to do the rest of my life. As a young person, a preteen and a teenager, I started a nursery in Fort Lauderdale. It snowballed into this beautiful nursery where the college horticulture classes brought boatloads of people by bus to see the orchids in the trees and the staghorn ferns and all of the rare and exotic plants that I had collected from all over the world. So it became a training center for exotic and beautiful plants. During that same period, I got into my landscaping phase. You see, when you get into gardening, you go through your rose phase, your cactus phase, all the ferns, all the different phases, and you start learning about them, and they're all so fascinating. So landscaping is truly a passion. And what I try to do, what my goal is to take a home along with the concept that perhaps the homeowners have and combine it with a beautiful energy so that I know that these folks in this home are able to maintain and take care of this landscaping. In other words, custom landscaping is designed especially for your needs, your wants, and desires. Sometimes you want something relatively simple, clean, neat, simple, organized. That's terrific. That's easy to maintain. It looks good year-round, and it's respectable, and you won't get a letter from the Homeowners Association. So when it's born out of passion, good things happen. If you take a moment to reflect back about the various times that you have visited a botanical gardens or perhaps a beautiful park in your own town, think about the feeling that you had. And that feeling most likely was one of serenity, of calmness. It's like the world was saying to you, everything is going to be all right. Friends, this is what creating a beautiful landscape in your front, back, and even your side yard can do. You see, with landscaping, it emits an energy. There's flowers, there's beautiful fronds, like in the case of a big palm, or a white bird of paradise, or an orange bird of paradise, for that matter. All of these combine to create what I call living artwork. It's nature's beauty. And this sparkle is what really matters for your yard, because it allows you in your free time to say, you know what? I love this yard now. I want to go out and lay by the pool. I want to go out and hang out at the hammock. I want to go out and read a book under the tree. It makes you really appreciate and love your nest. Okay, by this point you might be wondering, okay, Garden Rebel, well, how do you work? Well, I've got good news for you. Sims Landscaping, well, we do free landscape estimates, so it works out really well. And I'll tell you another thing that we do that everybody loves. We work in phases. You know, when you start putting it all together, it can add up to real money. And so what we do is we break it down into what we call priority phases. So we'll discuss with you what the priority is, and we can decide together where to start. Maybe it's the pool area. Maybe you spend your time out there, and that's the spot that you want to see transformed right away. That's phase one. Maybe phase two could be the front yard. Maybe you already have a little bit of infrastructure there. We might be able to keep some of those plants, but once we take a look at it, we'll tell you this can stay, this needs to go away, this needs to be transplanted, and that way we have a foundation of which to grow the new beautiful landscape. And let me tell you something, a transformation of a landscape is a complete personality change and an energy change for your home, and that's a good thing. So call Sims Landscape, you make an appointment, we'll be there within a particular range, and we'll meet, we'll decide on the phases, and then we're going to send you an itemized listing. Very few landscapers do this. I mean itemized, exactly how many plants, the size of the plants, the exact cost of the plants, a separate cost for the labor, if there's any removal or any type of something that, has to come out, that will be incorporated too, itemized. If you want to do some of the work yourself, we can work with you that way as well. We call ourselves the world's most flexible landscape company, Sims Landscape. One of the things I hear all of the time from my clients is they say, Garden Rebel, I wish that I had called you years earlier. We have used several different landscapers, and the landscapes never last, or they cram the plants too close together. We call that cramscaping, by the way. And everything grew into a big mess, and it was having just tons of plants that needed trimming all the time. And the bugs were getting into it. You can't do that to homeowners. You need clean, neat, simple, organized, because we are the low maintenance leader when it comes to landscaping. We introduced this concept to Central Florida, and we become very, very well known for it. We've also become very well known for our phase landscaping. That way it doesn't break the bank. We can create one area of the yard at a time, but it will all be unified into this beautiful landscape over a period of time. That way it becomes possible, and that way you can enjoy a landscape for many years. I don't see a landscape as just something that lasts a few years. I take it very seriously and believe that landscaping needs to last for decades. And that's important, because when you start buying all of these individual plants at different nurseries and they're not looking good in the landscape and they're not growing well, pretty soon you start thinking and looking at the bills and you think, this is real money. We really need a professional to pull this off. And to do a great job with professional landscaping, you really need an artistic gene to elevate it, to bring your home to its optimum level of beauty. Now let me tell you how we work. You're going to call us, we're going to set an appointment. The next step, we'll come out and we'll decide the very important priority phase. Then we're going to send you an itemized listing of all of the plants. We're going to send you a separate cost for the labor. If you want to take out the old plants yourself to save money, we could do it all, or you can do that part. We are the world's most flexible landscape company. We're also going to send you pictures of all of the plants. So you will see how we have plants blooming at different times of the year. We have plants that attract butterflies, plants that attract beautiful birds to your yard. And we know the best combinations and how they look together. And friends, that's the key. I'm the Garden Rebel, Robert Vincent Sims. I will be looking forward to meeting you, your yard, your ficus tree, your dish gardens, your ferns, and everybody else that's there in the plant world. Tell them the Garden Rebel's coming over.